Hi, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Dlamini and you are tuning at Mpumza. That's the name of the channel. For my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing, and for my old G's, thank you so much for keeping it locked. So today we're speaking about the company that is listed in JSE. It has been doing wonders, and I noticed that so many people are not talking about this company, so that's why I wanted to give you all the information about it. Well, let me give you a clue. I know that a lot of us that are subscribed to this channel or that are investing, especially in South Africa, we're using Easyequity as a platform, and some of us don't even know where to actually buy shares for Easyequity. So we're just buying shares on Easyequity rather than owning Easyequity as well. So because we investors, we can own almost anything. The company is called Purple Group. Today we're discussing Purple Group, going down to the rabbit hole. So we're going to start to just explain about the company background. Then we're going to give you all the ins and outs of what the company was doing since then, and we're also gonna look at the future plans, discuss obviously the share price. Then I got a surprise for you towards the end of the video. Make sure that you watch the video up until the end, just to give you a background of how companies work. As an entrepreneur, you start the company, and we normally call that a startup. You're gonna get a couple of investors to invest into your company so that that company can grow. So then the company will start and grow and attract more customers, and you'll be on business. After a while, or so many years, the company will reach a level that we call a maturity phase, where now you're not really growing that much, you are stable. And so many big, huge corporate investors or companies, they're gonna invest in you, and other known investors, they're gonna come and invest into your company because they sort of like that steadiness of growth. It's not rapidly growing and going down, and probably the company is going to give dividends to the investors. So once the company reaches that stage, depending if they are innovating or not, it might die if they're not innovating. But if they are innovating, they might also continue into another cycle of growth. You might be asking yourself, from this stage, where is Purple Group? So Purple Group right now is on the growth stage. They are busy growing. So Purple Group is divided into 6 companies or small companies. One of them, you guessed it, is Easyequity. Then it's Easy Property. Then it's Empire. From there is GT247.com. Then there is Rise, and last but not least, there is Easy Crypto, which is my favorite. Probably you're wondering the ownership of Purple Group with these 6 subsidiaries. Purple Group owns 100% of the Empire, and they also own 100% of GT247.com. They also own 70% of Easyequity, 30% being owned by Sanlam, which they bought the stake back in 2018 with 100 million rand. Purple Group is very good when it comes to marketing, because they came up with a strategy where when an investor comes to subscribe into their platform, they will get 50 rand just to start to get used to the platform and to invest risk-free, hoping that in a while that investor will invest more money, therefore they'll also be making more money in commissions. So I think that it was very good. And the other thing is they involved young people, especially in social media. We're producing videos about Purple Group because we feel like we are more inclined with what they are doing. When you are referring people, you are getting also money that will be taken in forms of fees when you are buying or selling your shares. However, the biggest thing for me for this company is just reason for me why I say you should never sell Purple Group shares is because they are solving a huge problem in South Africa. Some of you might know that in 1994, South Africa gained independence from apartheid. At that time, So many people were happy, and if I was there, I was going to be happy as well. What we gained in 1994 was political freedom, not really an economical freedom or financial freedom, because most of the stuff, the ownership is owned by white people. South Africa is one of the countries in terms of wealth that is worst distributed. It's distributed in one side, that many other people, they own most of the economy, while others are not really participating in the economy. I see Purple Group solving this problem by coming up as having to provide a platform where an investor just like me and you can come with your last 10 rand and buy a share on JSE, of which that was not done before. So the other thing is they came at a cheaper price as well in terms of their charges, especially on the ETFs. And they didn't just end there. They provided us a platform where you can actually buy shares at the US, where you can buy shares in Australia, where you can also invest, make your own tax-free investment. You will see in this video that I focus more on Easyequity, because Easyequity is one of the biggest, revenue bringer. Revenue is one of the biggest, that is bringing more money into Purple Group. In 2017, as I explained, we saw Sanlam coming up with 100 million and buying 30% of Easyequity. And Easyequity was winning every now and then, because at that time, again in 2017, they won the best TFSA for the third time. And that's where things started to kick up. So in 2018, the company actually grew in revenue by 68%, and their platform asset increased by 144%, which was 1.4 billion from 2017, and it grew to 3.5 billion in 2018. In 2019, they grew by 156% in terms of revenue, and their asset increased by 157% as well, which from 3.5 to 9 billion rands. As you can see, all other figures and facts that are showing you that Easyequity was coming up. Well, the year is 2020, and we know what happened. COVID came in 2020, but Easyequity said, hell no, I'm still going to grow. Their earnings, they grew by 136%, and their platform asset also grew by 21 billion, from 9 billion to 21 billion. That was a lot, which is 141%. As you can see all other figures as well, that they were really coming up. Coming into 2021, Purple Group, in terms of Easyequity and other companies that are under Purple Group, were still growing. They also increased their revenue by 36%. However, also the cost increased by 30%, as you can see the money there. But what's also interesting here is the earnings per share coming from 1.56 cents per share to 4.46 earnings per share, of which that's also a very good indicator in terms of growth. Probably sitting there and you're asking yourself, Mpumelelo, tell me now, how much is the share price for this company? As in today, when I was recording this video, the share price is only 3 rand. Yes, you heard me, not 300, not 30, it's 3 rand per share. So what does that mean as an investor, and the reasons why I'm saying you should never sell this stock? First of all, they are solving a big problem in South Africa that we're facing in terms of the distribution of wealth. They are letting other people to participate in JSE having to buy shares. They are coming up in terms of opening other subsidiary like EasyCrypto to allow people, South Africans, to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. And most interestingly, they are also allowing people to come and buy property. So let me just explain how the property works. So what they will do is either they will get a loan or they will fund a building that they see that it has a potential growth, or it's a building where people actually live and they pay rent. So maybe they'll put 80% of the money down. After having to put that money, they will come into investors and say, look guys, we already put it 80%, you come with your 20%. They give us an opportunity. Then we come and put money into their platform. Then they're gonna raise that money. After having to raise that money, now they're gonna purchase that platform. As an investor, you're gonna get shares, and also what's very interesting here, that you're gonna get dividend according to the number of shares that you own. And on top of that, you're gonna get an interest on your investment. What I like about Easy Property is it's not that much fluctuation, so it's stable, it's cool. I used to say it's cool. It's very cool in terms of how it is. Unlike shares now, they go up and down every day, but property, it's stable, and which means it's kind of like a lower risk. So this is why I feel like this company is undervalued and people are not really talking about it. And listen, their future plans, one of their future plans that I'm very interested into as a YouTuber is this year in 2022, last year, they mentioned that they're going to build a platform where people can actually come and teach people about investing. Again, it's not all about them. They're giving it to the people to come and create their own content and also teach other people with regards to investing. And this helps us as young people of South Africa to get involved into investing. And this is very great. And I see this company growing now and then because they are able to innovate. They are able to give us access to invest overseas. And there are still a lot of opportunities. For example, it's still very expensive to invest in the US, on the US dollar account. So as we come to the end of the video now, I want to give you a fun fact about Easyequity. As you can see, I want to give you a fun fact about Purple Group. So as you can see, what they've noticed in 2021 is that 60% comes from their referrals and 200% increase in retail stock broking in South Africa. 21 million trades since inception. 6.5 million in trade for the last 6 months. I mean, for 7 now because it's 2022. So, but what I was intrigued and interested into, and I asked my question why, that 60% of people that are investing in Easyequity are male and 40% that are investing into Easyequity are female. Easyequity has saved investors over 1 billion in transaction fees alone. So that is very good if the company can also think for their own investors, not just to do business for them, but they also involving people. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative. If there's something that I've skipped and that you know that is good or bad about Purple Group, do leave a comment down in a comment section so that we can learn together. My name is Dlamini and I'm out of here. Thank you so much.